Today, I, Anonymous 2, will be bringing out the truth about a YouTuber named Gery. But in doing so, I am putting my very life at risk. But if this information gets out, so many lives will be saved. So I'm willing to make the sacrifice for the greater good of mankind. Now you're probably wondering, what am I even talking about? You're probably thinking, what secrets could Gery possibly be hiding? He's such a lovable, caring and sweet, beautiful sculpt of a man. You wouldn't hurt a fly. Well, sorry to break it to you, honey. But that's the facade he's put on. And deep down, he's a deeply twisted man who's done horrible things. And I have proof. After carefully observing the videos on his channel, I've gathered enough evidence to prove my accusations. At first glance, his videos seem like a stupid comical series made for laughs and giggles, and maybe even a few soiled panties. But in these videos lies horrors of gigantic proportions. My starting piece of evidence comes to the first part of Gery's Scary Episode 2, where Gery is telling a scary story about a forest to the viewer. This is that clip.
I was walking in a dark forest, looking for beggars.
Isn't there something odd here? Why is he looking for bagels in a forest? I thought it was weird too, so I decided to look into it and found something truly shocking. After some research, it turns out bagels were invented in a Polish city named Krakow in 1610. Why is that important? Do you know what else is from the city of Krakow? A serial killer known as the Vampire of Krakow. On the 21st of September, 1964, a man attacked a woman in the town's church while she was on her knees praying. Not only did she luckily survive the attack, but she also got a good look at the man's face as he fled. After, she was able to talk to the police and describe what he looked like to a sketch artist. This is that police sketch. Does it look familiar? Looks awfully a lot like someone we know. Later in the video, at 2 minutes and 20 seconds, we see Gery talking about how scary the British Underground Railroad is. But there's a hidden clue left behind by Gery here. In 1981, 3 people were stabbed to death in and outside of a subway car in the British subway system. The victims of this attack were the terrible monster who took these men's lives was never caught, but after some digging, I managed to find the security footage from the subway card of that night. This is that footage.
Why are you disrespecting me, bro? My mistake. My mistake, original gangster. Now empty the compartments of your pantaloons.
For what purpose?
And discard of your footwear.
For what purpose?
In fact, I am equipped to summon the one casually known as Little Travis on your buffoon self.
Does that person seem familiar? If If we go back 20 seconds in the video to the frame of the Angry Bird Game Boy cartridge and zoom in on a black pixel on the pig's mustache, we'll find something very interesting. Enhancing in on the black pixel provides us an image. This is what it shows. That's right, the assassination of Julius Caesar. At first, I thought this might have just been a coincidence. But after looking into the details of this event, I came across a few names. One of which being the name Brutus. And when my research got to him, it was met with the same face as before. Gery's. Moving on to the second part of the video, we are met with another story of a dark forest. But this time, instead of bagels, there's something else here.
He stepped into a dark forest, looking for guidance. A mysterious shadow appeared. The shadow spoke. The boy was frightened, but he still asked, "Can you teach me how to Dougie?" "Yeah, sure," said Bruno Mars.
Now why would Bruno Mars be in a dark forest as well? Clearly, it's another hint. After looking into Bruno Mars, I came across one of his songs. The name being Grenade. This is likely a reference to a grenade, which is something Gery probably uses to blow people up and kill them because he's evil. A little whiles on, we get a glimpse into something Gery calls Gery.exe, but he refuses to elaborate. Why is that? What is he hiding? After searching the interwebs for an answer, we came across a mysterious thread on the dark web with a file download called Gery.exe. This is what was on that file. We are scary because in the Nintendo GameCube release, if you go on your truly frightening. Now I've probably got you wondering, how is this all connected? Sure, all the culprits will look like Gery, but they could just be different people with perfect genetics. And anyway, these all happen years apart from each other. The Krakow vampire in 1964, the subway stabbings in 1981, and even the assassination of Julius Caesar, which was like 100 years ago or something. Well, what if I were to tell you were right? These are different people. But that's what makes it truly terrifying. Heading back to the very first episode, called Gery's Spooky Day, we will find the final thread connecting all of this. Towards the later end of the video, Gery shows us a spooky hidden message in the Simpsons game OST when you speed up one of the tracks.
Among Us in real life.
Sus. This in and of itself is extremely scary, but a distraction from the true hidden meaning of the track. If we instead slow down the track, we get a different sound. This might just seem like gargled noise, but if we run run this audio through a sound to image generator, we get this image. And with some slight modifications and cleanup, this is what it shows. That's right, a hidden army of Gery clones, hidden deep within the Mirror's crust. This key piece of events does not only tie everything together, but also reveals the most terrifying truth of them all. Please share this video so the world can know.